Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wannabes podcast. I'm Morgan, and these are my co hosts, Luke and Dreaded, and we bring you our thoughts on, a bunch of different movies, the good ones, the bad ones, everything in between, as well as our opinions and the of latest news articles out there, all the new stuff of the entertainment world. And in this case, maybe some trailers. But without further ado, guys, before we dive into
Usually.
discussing some movie trailers that we want to talk about with all of you, we want you to know that we're going to be diving here shortly into Spider Man Brand New Day. That is going to be a review for the night. We will do our best to keep it spoiler free, but warning, something might slip, so watch at your discretion.
Yeah, no,
With
the
that,
spoiler warning is a good call. It's possible. We're like she said, we'll try.
we're
We
going
will
to do our
definitely try.
best.
I
We're going
gotta
to
talk
do our
about.
best.
I, I can't talk about some of the stuff I gotta talk about without it.
Well,
Yeah,
for
we'll cross that
Dreaded, we
bridge.
will give like a nice big spoiler warning before we get there, and then you can mute, and then I can give thumbs up when they're done. But we'll get there. We'll get to that when we get there. For now, we have some stuff to talk about, right, Dreaded?
Yeah, we got two trailers to discuss.
All right, which ones are they?
However, well, we're gonna discuss the latest Resident Evil trailer, and we're also gonna discuss Violent Night 2's trailer. Which one y'all want to start with?
Resident Evil.
All right, Luke, I'm gonna let you take it away because this was your choice of what to talk about. So you have the floor, my brother.
Yeah, it's been a point of contention, and we haven't really. I don't think we've really discussed it at all on the show. For me personally, as a fan, was very hesitant with this. I'm a Zach Kreger fan, but I was not the biggest fan of Weapons, and I know that was actually I think a point of contention here on the show at one point. But I don't hate him as a director, but Weapons wasn't it for me. Him being announced as Resident Evil definitely drew some curiosity, but at the time it was just a matter of what route he was going to take, adapting one of the games. News starts to come out. His movie isn't directly a take on a game, but is supposed to be involved, I believe, during the events of the second video game, and it was going to take place in the 90s. Then the first trailer drops, and people are noticing that my man has a fucking smartphone. So it was like, I thought this was supposed to be a 90s movie.
No
Turned out,
90s here.
not supposed to be in the 90s. Nobody actually ever said that. At least Zach Kreger never did. He's not even sure how that even got started. But doesn't take place in the 90s. And it doesn't follow anybody from the games. Doesn't follow any stories from the games. It's a completely original idea set in the universe of Resident Evil. I've seen the trailer a couple times now. I'm hesitantly optimistic because it looks
Really?
like it could be a good zombie film, but I don't, as far as the annals of Resident Evil, I don't know where I would put it. However, I do like the idea. If you ever listen to Zach Greger talk about this film, it's not so much about adapting one of the games as it is adapting the feeling you had when you were playing the game. There's a lot just in this trailer, a lot of elements, a lot of items, a lot of imagery that is directly from the games. I am on board with it. I'll have a better read on it when it comes out. But the trailer's good. I do enjoy the trailer.
Coming from someone who's not the biggest Resident Evil fan, I've had a very iffy relationship with Resident Evil. And that being said, this looks like a movie. This looks like Resident Evil in title only for real. I know
Yes.
they're trying to not really adapt but at the same time, I don't get anything Resident Evil vibes aside from the fact that the movie is called Resident Evil and apparently like Raccoon City is mentioned. That's all I got.
And
Like, do
wow,
you
there's a
have
zombie.
to? Yeah, I mean, like, it could be freaking anything for real, honestly. And like, it doesn't. I'm not necessarily upset that it's not looking like a Resident Evil film because again, I have a very complicated relationship with the series in general. I mean, it does for what it is. It doesn't look bad. It really doesn't.
I agree
But
with that.
it don't. I'm not getting Resident Evil vibes. If you'd have showed me this trailer and didn't tell me the name. I can't speak English. If you didn't tell me the name, I would have said just some new zombie flick that's gonna come out that actually doesn't look bad. You tell me this is a Resident Evil movie? What? Are you on your mind? Like I know enough about Resident Evil to tell when something's Resident Evil. So yeah.
So I think, like Luke, you said it very well. This looks like a very good zombie film. Um, my concern is obviously the Resident Evil name because I will go into saying this. I know the movies. I am familiar with the games, but I haven't played them enough to recognize, oh, this is from the game, like you were saying a little bit ago. So I will know that while I state what I am saying. But what I do know about Resident Evil, I did not get that feeling. So, and I know it says like, oh, it's supposed to represent the sensation that you felt when playing the games, not Resident Evil necessarily, but like you can do that without also calling it Resident Evil. You can still give someone that sensation of like playing Resident Evil without it being a Resident Evil title. So I don't know. I'm a little concerned about the Resident Evil title, but it looks good.
So, based off of what you both have said, this is why I think this movie might, while it might be good, might not make a ton of money. Now,
That's fair. I could see a lot of people thinking the way we have.
my
Mhm.
defense though, and I literally just thought of this on the fly. So, like I
Mhm.
said, I was hopelessly optimistic, but literally, I still am, but I have more of a reason to be now because as far as Resident Evil movies are concerned, this, depending on how you look at it, could have the potential to be the best adaptation or version
Sure.
of Resident Evil. And I say that because while it's not adapting a direct story, there's no Leon, there's no Claire, there's no Chris, there's no Wesker, there's no familiar characters. What I will argue is that for anybody that has played 7 and 8 in particularly, when you play this character named Ethan, who you know nothing about, he's completely new, and you're seeing the game from a totally different perspective. That is essentially what this man is in this movie. That is the purpose of his character, is to be a whole new experience in the world of Resident Evil. And beyond that, they do go out of their way in the trailer to show me that he has to be careful with his items, right? He gets the shotgun, he's looking around for the bullets. He only finds a couple. There's the med kit. I don't know how that's all going to play a big role, but there are familiar items. There's green herbs. That was hilarious. There are familiar items and, like I said, familiar imagery from the game specific. And the other one that has me a little excited is the fact that everything that I've seen in this trailer, I assume, is from the first 20-30 minutes of the movie. And I say that because Resident Evil games have a knack for when you play them, you start off in a smaller area and then you eventually end the game in a bigger area. 7, 8, and 9 are the ones that I play the most. Those definitely follow that formula. You're in a more confined space in the beginning of the game, and you do all the puzzles to get your way out of it, and then the world opens up. I think that's the point of this trailer, is to show you that we're going to start in this house. That's going to be the first couple, maybe, zombie interactions. Our guy's going to get out of that, and then he's going to end up in Raccoon City, and I'm curious to see what happens from there. If that's where we're going with this, but that is my case as to why I'm still hopefully optimistic. I am bummed out that I'm not going to get my familiar characters, but I can get on board with what this movie is trying to do.
I don't know if I fully can. It's just a bit odd, a little bit too odd. Honestly.
I'm in between.
Now,
I'm just like, I'll wait and see.
yeah, I still hold the opinion that I think the film will actually be fine on its own. It's kind of like how when me and Morgan reviewed Until Dawn, like on its own, it's actually not bad, but as an adaptation, it kind of has its issues. Even though I kind of looked super deep into that movie about one particular aspect. So yeah,
No,
it don't look like a bad
That's
movie.
fair, though.
It just doesn't look like a good Resident Evil movie. That's the best way I'm gonna say it.
Totally fair.
Anything else on Resident Evil, y'all?
Nah,
No,
that's it for me.
no.
All right.
One more trailer to discuss before we get into our movie review.
All right, more again. All right, to go and take point on this one because I think you're the most excited for this one.
Gotta challenge that.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
I'll
My bad.
bring it, brother. Bring it. All right, so guys, it has been officially announced a day ago. We got the officially got the trailer a day ago for none other than Violent Night 2, which is the sequel, yes, to the Violent Night that I absolutely loved. It is coming out on December 4th, and it is an action comedy starring none other than David Harbour, because why not? I'm very excited to see the additions that we got to see in this trailer. But well, I'm so thrilled. So basically the story of this movie is he has lost his powers. Santa can't Santa anymore. Because he's been determined to be on the naughty list. And so he has to find the meaning at Christmas. And he's like, I'm in basically this corp like wow, money Christmas bag of a fucking mall, and I have to try to find the meaning of Christmas here. So, of course, as things go, corrupt people, he has to fight them, and continues to not be very good. Um, I'm so excited, guys, because we also get one of my more favorite female actresses, which is Kristen Bell. I love and adore her, and I'm really excited to
She's
see her take
jacked.
up. She's jacked as fuck. She also comes in as Mrs. Claus. He has talked about his wife. We see the hammer again. Like, I'm just excited because like the whole like idea of Violent Night is it is meant to be like this whole he is like a Viking Santa, and Viking Santa can get down if Viking Santa needs to get down. And I'm here for it. I love it. And I had an absolute blast with the first one. I do disagree. This should not be called Violent Night 2. This should be called oh, what did I call it?
I do not remember what you called it. We reviewed that movie years
Hold
ago.
on. Honey, what did I say that Violent Night sequel needed to be named? It was so good. Luke, do you remember?
I have no idea. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Seasons Beatings. That's what it was. Thank you,
Oh, now I
Tyler.
remember that.
Coming in clutch.
Who remembered that shit?
It's
Tyler.
Tyler. Thank you,
Love him, dude.
Tyler. Tyler and I also saw the first one together with my hubby, and I
It
think
should
two
be
others.
called Seasons Beatings. No, I agree.
It should be. It should be violent. It can be Violent Night 2 Seasons Beatings. Like, come on.
Yeah, okay. I remember this conversation now. Damn.
Me as well.
But okay, that is my only gripe. I am thrilled that this is happening. I am so excited, and I know I'm gonna go in and have a great time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just am looking at it from
I know
more
what
of,
I'm.
like,
I know what I'm getting out of this movie.
exactly. I am so excited for this for that fucking reason. Listen, I'm gonna be fucked up when I see this. I'm ready to have a blast.
Oh,
This
God.
this movie looks amazing. Yeah,
It's
I
so
am
good.
100% on board with this. As soon as he started talking, I went, yes.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
please, yes. It's also good. I'm a wrestling fan. They got a pretty famous wrestler in there. I'm excited to see how well he is as an actor. It'll be kind of fun.
Little
But
Friedman.
yeah, dude's very good at what he does. But this looks fucking fantastic. I'm excited to see the fight scenes. I love that the Deadpool and Bullet Train fucking people just continue to make these types of movies.
It's so good.
Like,
this is their niche. This is their
they
niche.
literally more so, I think his name is David Leitch or David Leach. He's the other, like, Chad Stahelski is the dude that is ushering or has been ushering John Wick the entire time. The other co-director, David Leach, is the dude that's done Deadpool 2, Bullet Train, Atomic Blonde, all those films. Both of these guys just make bangers. I don't care. Anything that either one of them is attached to, I'm gonna be on board. But David Leach is the one that makes like the goofier movies. And dude, they're very creative. I enjoy them very much. This is gonna be sick.
This movie looks fun. I'm gonna watch it too. This looks fun. I think we're on the same page. It looks goofy. It looks dumb in a good way. But that's sometimes we just need that, honestly.
Yes.
And what you guys said,
yes,
the guys who are making this movie, like, this is their niche, and hell yeah. Also, shout out because one of my favorite Viners back in my high school days is in this movie. King Batch is in there. And also shout out to Danielle Melchior in this film too. And she's looking kind of hot. Couldn't help it. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. This one's gonna be fun. And shoot, let's get a group viewing for this one.
yes.
Wait, when is it released?
December 6th
That'd be sweet.
or 4th. It's either the 4th or the 6th.
The holiday season's got a pretty stacked list. I'm not gonna lie.
We might have to do some double features, y'all.
Shoot, there's gonna be this. There's gonna be Dune 3. There's gonna be Doomsday. There's gonna be. I mean, I don't know if anyone's excited about Jumanji, the next Jumanji, because I've been like on those movies since they started coming out, so I'm like probably the only one who's a fan.
Sorry, December 4th is when Violent Night 2 comes out.
Oh,
I'm a fan of their first one.
Okay, let me rephrase that. The Rock Jumanji movies.
No, that's what I mean. I'm a fan of his first one.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
I like the first one.
Jumanji's a classic. That's its own fucking category. But the first Jumanji with The Rock, I dug. Didn't we review
very well then. I don't think we did. No, that was before we even started doing the podcast.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. We reviewed Jumanji here on the show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that meeting. Okay, whatever.
I'm turning lights on.
Oh, go ahead, shoot. You save time before It gets too dark in your room.
Yeah, for real. That's it. We were heading that direction.
Mhm.
Gotta send you
Anything else about
the
Violent
link
Night
to
2?
my little
I'm gonna
light.
start sweating though. No, I have nothing. My
No.
excitement is through the roof, but like we all said, I know exactly what the fuck I'm getting into. So
Yeah.
let's go.
Alright. Now the next question I have, and it actually does it relates to our review.
Okay.
Morgan, where's your Spider-Man merch?
Listen. I actually do not have any Spider-Man merch for myself. I literally forgot to grab. I love seeing all of your unfolded laundry you've been hiding.
Yeah.
Daniel doesn't have anything.
He does, and I forgot to grab it. If you guys want, we can go and be right back. I can step away and grab it.
I got.
Do you want my Miguel O'Hara shirt real quick?
Ooh, that's nice.
I can step away and go get my hubbies. Go and be right back.
I feel like it's kind of necessary. Like I know you got the green on, and you might want to represent the Hulk, but like this is Spider-Man's movie.
Daniel, can you go get me your Spider-Man shirt?
Oh God, we're gonna have to talk about this definitely.
I'm being berated.
Entitled.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler, come on. Do you want the Miguel shirt? Do you want the Venom shirt? I got a Venom shirt somewhere too. You can't have Miles. That's me.
I got Venom and Spidey shirts too, Tyler. What you need? What you need? Santa's hot wife surprised you. Why did Santa's hot wife surprise you, Tyler? You didn't think that Santa Claus was gonna have a banger of a wife? What's wrong with you? That's David motherfucking Harbour.
Well, anyway, while we wait on Morgan and get her merch game up and everything like that, is that's what she said was happening?
I just want to know what she promised him to get him up to go do that, because that was a very, very sly smile you had when you turned around. The fuck did you... Actually, never mind. We'll probably get demonetized if you say
okay, no. I actually promised him nothing. I explained to him that I didn't want to put the show on Be Right Back and force everybody to be on Be Right Back while I go find a shirt, right? But I didn't want to get it because I'm wearing my pajama shorts, y'all. If I'm being honest, I am bottom half pajamas.
What do you mean, of course you're Miles, Tyler?
Yeah. What do you mean by that, huh?
By the way, never mind. I won't say it.
In the address what Morgan I just said, translation, stream can't handle Morgan ass.
My pajama shorts are form-fitting, I'm just saying. Okay, but leave that to everyone's imagination. Enjoy, everyone. Shut up, Michael.
No,
anyway.
God, don't spell it out. Don't.
As whatever. Anyway. Let's move on.
Shall we go ahead and shall we do box office stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Because man, let's actually Morgan, you do your thing and let's actually discuss how much hype this movie has had in the theaters. Because my goodness gracious.
All right, let's switch it on over. So everybody, like I said, we are doing a movie review of Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it is time to do that. But before we go into our personal opinions, we're going to discuss budget and box office because it's wild, y'all. So budget is a not surprising $225 million to be expected. High budget for a high AAA film like this. But if I go down to our box office information, so in the United States and Canada, the film had genuinely the highest opening weekend gross of all time at $360 million. This actually surpassed Endgame, which was $357.1 million. Wednesday and Thursday preview screenings accounted for $72 million, surpassing the record previously held by Endgame, which was $60 million. So that's $12 million more than Endgame. The opening day gross, including previews, was $169.8 million. Also surpassed Endgame's record, which is $157.4 million. Oh no! Dan cannot find his Spider-Man shirt, so I have to be Hulk. So,
all right.
Continuing on though, the Saturday and Sunday grosses was $101.5 million and $88.7 million respectively. Were both second best all time behind Endgame. Pre-sales, guys. The pre-sales alone amounted to 150 million for the weekend, which was a record. Now, pre-sale estimates had the film grossing 260 to 280 million in its opening weekend, with Sony estimating a 195 million opening weekend. So its fourth and fifth days of release saw the highest Monday and Tuesday grosses of any film at 74 million and 42 million respectively. Now, I just want to put in, I bought early, got good seats. 100%. We pulled up the thing last night right before our showtime to see. Completely sold out show. We had every single seat in that theater was booked. But let's talk about outside of the US and Canada. The film grossed 573 million its opening weekend, surpassing the pre-sale estimates of 275 to 300 million. Literally 273 over the top dollar of the expected pre-sales. So, it had the highest grossing opening weekend of all time in at least 12 countries that included France, India. It was also the best opening ever for a Hollywood film in India, by the way. And also very high in Brazil, Spain, and Peru. But as of August 4th, so this was yesterday, Tuesday, the film's top grossing markets include China, United Kingdom, Mexico, India, and France, if you want to look at it worldwide. But as of yesterday, Spider-Man Brand New Day has grossed officially 449 million in the United States and Canada and 706 million in other territories for a worldwide total of 1.155 billion US dollars. So this actually makes it the highest grossing film of 2026. Its 932 million opening weekend was the second best of all time, which was behind Avengers Endgame. So on Monday, August 3rd, it became the second fastest film to actually gross to $1 billion, doing so in 6 days. So under 1 week. And that is my box office splurge.
I saw this movie on a Thursday night preview at AMC, right? And the tickets were bought months in advance. Shout out to my boy Ray for that, actually. And then I ended up watching it again Sunday with my dad and my 2 nephews.
Nice.
Oh man. Note to self: when a movie like this comes out, get your snacks online. Do not wait
We
in that
did that.
line.
Dan and I did that. So genuinely, we bought when did we order our ticket? Surprisingly, we went to the Tuesday night showing at MJR because $5 movie nights here in Michigan. We bought our tickets Sunday night. Saturday night, he tells me. Sorry. So we bought Saturday night, but then when we got there, we did our order online, so I just had to hop in the queue, show my phone. I waited maybe max 5-10 minutes in line to get my food.
Good way to do it.
Man, we missed all the previews. We missed the first montage of Spider-Man doing Spider-Man stuff, honestly.
Did you at least see it in your second showing?
Yeah, I mean, so
Okay.
the first showing, I didn't get no snacks. We were on time. This is the second showing, so my nephews missed just that little early montage. Yeah, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have attempted, Tyler. It's just when my dad goes to movies, he's always got to have snacks. I was like, damn it was gonna be a minute.
Me too, Dad. Me too.
I missed the trailers. I caught the montage.
But I missed the trailers too.
The numbers are absolutely impressive. We touched briefly when we were discussing the Doomsday trailer about how that made 16 million off of pre-sales already, but 100 million is nasty work. I'm not surprised that it made $1 billion. I'm surprised it made $1 billion this quick. But I mean, the hype is real. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, specifically after we did No Way Home, and then since then, that after that movie ends, I'm excited to see what they were gonna do next because I finally get a fucking Spider-Man. So I've been looking forward to this for a while, and the fact that it took as long as it did, I think helped too. Right? It's been 5 years since the last Spider-Man. As far as Spider-Man movies go, when they make them, that's a lot of time. They're usually within 2-3 years, give or take. So I was impressed with the wait. I appreciate the patience, and yeah, I finally got to see a fucking Spider-Man for the first time in well over 10 years. So that made me excited.
Hold on, pause. Only because, honey, Luke just said that Luke just said, I finally got to see a fucking Spider-Man movie. He was very curious how you were gonna finally feel about it. If you were gonna finally be okay with a Tom Holland Spider-Man.
I'll get more into it, but yeah.
It's funny. Shoot, I thought I was a bigger hater on him than Luke was, honestly.
No, but the numbers are very, very impressive, and I you gotta love seeing Spidey on top, man. Like, come on, Spidey's the GOAT.
He really
Spidey
is.
the GOAT. He's not
Yeah.
the one that saved Marvel, but he's the one that launched it into the fucking stratosphere.
All right. So that takes care of the numbers. I am curious. Y'all think Doomsday's gonna stack up well against it?
Yes.
Yeah, especially after this. Especially with the lingering stuff and knowing we obviously know that Doomsday we are getting mutants.
Thank you, Michael.
And a little bit of like, if y'all don't realize there's mutants at this point in Marvel, I don't know what rock you've been living under. There's also like we deal with some mutant-esque themes in this. Not in a bad way, but in a very we're setting up for Doomsday way. And I think that there is going to be a very, because of the success of this film, I do think Doomsday is going to do very well.
Okay. Well, I know it's gonna do well. I'm just curious if you think it'll do better.
I do.
Okay.
I think because of this and how good this was, yes.
Yeah, I can't say if it's gonna be better, but I do think it will do better.
Yeah.
I'd see funny because I'm kind of in the middle because I can definitely see it because of the hype and everything that's going on. But at the same time, there's a part of me that feels that because Spider-Man Brand New Day is much more simpler, and there has been a lot of people, including myself, calling out Doomsday for its nostalgia bait, and it's just gimmicks to try to get butts in the seats when they know that they're under damage control over everything they did wrong. That's kind of why I'm like, I wonder if that mindset will affect, even though I know it's still gonna do well, but I wonder, like, damn, you gonna be Spider-Man? Because man, the hype for this movie was real. Like, goddamn.
If it didn't already pull in 16 mil in pre-sales and we're still going, I would say no. But like the hype train's already going as far as people going to see it in the theaters. So yeah, I don't think it'll be a bigger success as fast, but
no, I agree. I agree with that.
I think it will. It's definitely going to cross a bill. So
Probably so. All right, so let's move on from the numbers at this point, and let's start talking about the contents of the movie. And I'm gonna say this first. I want to start here. I would like to start here, please. Fuck you, John Watts. Fuck you, John Watts. Destin Daniel Cretton, man, the guy who did Shang-Chi, whoever's idea was it to get him to direct this movie, raise, give him a raise, give him a bonus, give him a Christmas bonus, give him a pre-Christmas bonus, and then give him a bonus during Christmas. That was the best decision made for this film, actually, because my God, Spider-Man is so damn cool in this movie. He's so cool. He's a dude in a suit. You can see that. And you can see the wire work. There is wire work. Now, these movies have had solid CG, even though they have abused CGI, especially after I watched that Corridor Crew episode of No Way Home. Like, I think that is the quote I want to coin. CG abuse in these movies. Unnecessary CG in places that did not need it. This movie, they went with the practical stuff. It looks fantastic. Practical suit looks fantastic. I was so satisfied watching Spider-Man do Spider-Man stuff in here. And just like Zack Snyder, in my eyes, taking inspiration from the Arkham games with Batman, someone was playing the Insomniac Spider-Man games.
I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing.
Yeah, he hit some dope finishers. I was like, I feel like someone was playing Insomniac.
So I don't want to give the movie too much credit for the Insomniac stuff because I think that has more to do with like timing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
if
that's fair.
If the Spider-Man games had come out 10 years ago, you know what I mean, we might have seen those in there too. So, but they were cool. God, they were cool. I had the same thought. As soon as he started busting out web moves, I was like, I literally played that yesterday. I did that move. Yeah, Destin, right?
Yeah. Destin.
Destin Cretton is a phenomenal director, and he was absolutely the right choice to do this, and it was sweet to see as much practicality as there was. My only issue with the direction isn't necessarily because of him or anything that he had to do with, because I'm sure it wasn't his call. It's just overall with the wanting to now make Spider-Man feel small. I've already seen him take on universal level threats and do all this other stuff, and not that I don't understand, or not that I don't get that he is a street level hero. I get that, but they really went out of their way to kind of make it to literally like the big potato little potato thing. Like we're going out of our way to make Spider-Man's threats seem a lot smaller than what they actually are, which I didn't particularly like, but that's something we get into a little later. Otherwise, the action is fucking phenomenal. This is the best Spider-Man action that I've seen since Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think it's right on par with that. I'm sure after another view, I'll probably think it's better. Yeah,
I would like to gas it up real quick because I will say Spider-Verse action still goes really hard, but if we're gonna talk about live action, yeah, you're right there.
I am strictly talking live action, no, 100%.
Okay, we have to establish that.
And fuck, what else? I already said it. I finally got a Spider-Man in my fucking Spider-Man movie. Who would have thought that if we make Spider-Man the focal point, more or less, we're good. We're good here. I don't need another Avenger to fucking have him, pine over or rely on. He does fight another Avenger. There is another Avenger in this movie, but that really has nothing to do with why Spider-Man does his things. I will get there.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, no, it was really cool to see Tom Holland have the Tony Stark cuffs off and get my actual Spider-Man. I've mentioned it before. Every comic person that comes in and does Spider-Man, they call it Parker luck in the comics. If Peter and Spider-Man are in a good spot, as soon as they come on and start writing, boom, we got to fuck him over because he's more relatable. He's more relatable. They enjoy writing it more, and that's what it is. Spider-Man's not supposed to have a happy ending. So it was nice to see him struggle in this. I don't know what the fuck his job is. This is just a nitpick real quick, because he has an apartment in New York. I get that it's supposed to be the shitty one, but it's still New York. What the fuck do you do for your actual job where you're paying for this with all the fucking computers and everything that he has going on? His 3D printing, his fucking engineering shit going on over here? Dog, you have the most egregious electrical bill in New York. How do you pay for that?
There's nothing saying that he actually isn't earning through a special account anything from the like the actual like police force. He could be getting contract payments.
Possible. But they don't establish it. I say, let's not even think about that. That's
also, if you can make some of the shit that you can do, you can also like do some fake money shit. I'm sure. Like
just my nitpick. That's all. It doesn't do anything as far as the story is concerned. I do like that they make sure he keeps the fucking mask on. When's the last time you saw that in a fucking Spider-Man movie? That was refreshing. And yeah, Tom Holland as Peter, I'm on board with too. But I guess it's because he's out of the high school phase and he could just more or less be himself. So his overall performance, I was very happy with. Yeah, this is now me liking and being on board with Tom Holland as Spider-Man now.
Go Morgan.
With May's death, he probably has a good cushion.
What do you mean?
Financially. Oh. She wasn't a not well off woman. Especially for living how they did in New York.
They lived in an apartment. In
Queens. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then she's probably doing real good off of Ben's death. So,
let's forget about the money issues of Spider-Man. Goddamn.
Sorry, it just made me think he would have. She would have been his heir. So, anyway. Sorry.
I hate that.
Like I said,
Michael has made a joke that I thought about it, but I didn't want to say it.
That's why I was chuckling. The only spiders.
Yeah.
Generational.
Well, and also.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, welcome to the chat.
Yeah, hello there.
I'll leave it be. I don't have anything to stand on in that comment. So
No, and again, just a nitpick, but other than that, like I said, Tom Holland is very good in this movie. I enjoy the themes of this film. I'll get into the things I don't like, but I really do enjoy the themes. They're very Spider-Man-esque.
yeah,
I have issues, but by the time the movie is over, I think it's tied together really, really nice. And it is to me like it's got all of the themes that I take away from Spider-Man in it. I enjoyed it. Um, and I don't know. Do we like? I can talk about Zendaya. She's fine. I don't have any problems with MJ, but I mean, she's more damsel in distress in this movie than she has been in any of the other ones.
Hold on, don't you even think about moving on because I'm the biggest Tom Holland hater here, and I got to get my 2 cents in real quick. Hold on a second.
I was just waiting for an opening. Go for it.
There you go. There you go. All right, me, the Tom Holland hater. I can't wait for him and Zendaya to get divorced.
that's
Yeah, he's great in this
sweet.
movie. And
Let them be
like,
happy.
he's great. Nah,
Go off, man.
listen.
Go off.
He's so good.
I have never been the biggest Tom Holland fan for the longest time. That is in other films because I just get annoyed when you just show up in everything. Like, can I stop seeing this dude?
That's not his
And also,
fault. That's not
Yeah,
his fault.
Uncharted.
you can say no. You can say no.
Yeah.
That's also
Uncharted was
people
dope.
reaching out to him and them wanting him to audition and sometimes just giving him the role because he's popular. Like the
You're not gonna convince me otherwise, okay?
Anyway,
Just don't even try. But
there's
And
just
I've had
there's
a lot of
politics
issues.
behind it.
yeah, look, I've had a lot of issues with Tom and Spider-Man because I know Spider-Man is supposed to be annoying to like certain friends and villains and stuff like that. But the type of annoying is that I'm used to doesn't annoy me. I find him actually very entertaining. Tom, annoying. I find him so annoying. Shut up. Stop talking. Do you know it was Tom Holland who it was Tom Holland who literally established that Avengers Endgame was not going to be better than Godzilla King of the Monsters for me because I thought for a brief moment it could be. And then he started talking. I was like, okay, never mind. And
See, I've actually always liked Tom.
good for you. And there were just times in the older movies where it's like, you're making Spider-Man look too goofy for me. This is my dog. Like, I know he sometimes can be when he's a newbie and stuff like that, but there was just something about it, especially in Homecoming, that just got on my nerves.
yeah.
But I did say by the end of No Way Home, after May's death, actually just the apartment fight in general, something changed.
For
I
sure.
was warming up to him. And by the end of the movie, I was actually like, I don't know if I'm fully on board, but I don't hate you right now. This movie, you're good. You're good. Finally, it took 4 movies, but now, like, I was not annoyed, not even once, at Peter Parker in this movie. I was thoroughly impressed. I'm still gonna hate on Tom Holland. That's just too much fun to do. But for what it's worth, you did great here. You did great, homie.
Yeah, I love what we get in this film. Like, there's like I think my biggest gripe about this film is obviously predictability. There was a very very big important scene later that deals with a sniper rifle that I predicted quite a long way ahead of times, but it is what it is. And for me that is my biggest gripe is just it's predictable, but it's not predictable in a way that bothers me, if that makes sense. So it's not like a oh my god, this is predictable. I didn't have a good time. I had a great time. I really enjoyed the humor. The humor was well done in this one. I didn't feel like I was being fucking Guardians of the Galaxy-fied. It was very nice to finally get a Marvel film to me that humor-wise didn't feel like I was just being fed more of that. I really, really enjoyed seeing the evolution of Peter and Spider-Man in this, both as just themselves, like mainly just with himself. Then that's like I like it with other characters, but I really love just watching him go through his battle with himself because that's what a big part of this movie is. And if they couldn't get that right, then this movie wouldn't be as good as it was. And I didn't know I was gonna like Spider-Man and the Punisher together so much. Like they were so entertaining, but they're also Tom and John are very, very close and very good friends in real life. And if you were to watch like their interview on Hot Ones, you're just like, these guys weren't really acting too much when they were on screen together. That's just kind of how they are.
I have no idea how they pulled it off, but they auditioned together to get the roles of Spider-Man and the Punisher.
Yeah, they helped each other film their tapes because they so when Tom was younger, they did a movie together and he was kind of like just kind of John pulled him up under his wing and they've been friends ever since. And then they both were like I was thinking about going this. I was thinking about going for this. Like, hey, let's help each other film each other's demo reels or audition reels. I
Good
learned
call.
about that on the Hot Ones. Just saying.
So hang on before we talk about Punisher, actually, because I want to rewind actually, because Luke, you were gonna bring up Zendaya as MJ in this film, and
Yeah, she was. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, go ahead, do it real quick.
My bad. She's fine. She's Zendaya. Her MJ has always been a pretty good character. She's
The
not
best
in this
MJ.
as much. She's not in this as much. She doesn't have as much to do. Like I said earlier, she's more the damsel in distress than she has been in any other movies. Not that that's a problem because it is kind of integral to the plot. But yeah, she's there. She's fine, but it really has nothing to do with her.
Mm-hmm. Although, I mean, the internet's gonna be saying it too, but as of right now, a scene with MJ and Peter is definitely one of the most heartbreaking scenes too.
Yes.
And like, without getting too much into it right now, because I'm doing my best without spoilers. I mean, it kind of sucks that it's happening, but at the same time, it's like it has to because of, well, what happened in the last film. Like, I guess there wasn't necessarily an easy way out, even though I feel like a lot of us hoped for it, but realistically, it just wasn't going to work that way, I suppose. But we'll talk more about that later with something else too, though, because yeah. And then shout out to Ned. I like Ned. I mean, he's still no Genki, but I like Ned a lot in this movie actually too.
Ned's hilarious, but I'm glad you brought that up because that's basically what he is. He is a Genki surrogate. I've never liked it. I still don't like it. And I really hope this does eventually lead to Jacob Batalon getting a chance to do Hobgoblin. I think this will all be worth it if Ned actually becomes a villain. Especially now. I think there's definitely some motivation in there. I get it. Their friendship is like supposed to be everlasting and shit. Like, and I like it, but I think that's even more of a reason why a Ned turn as a villain would hit harder. So I hope that he gets a chance to do it. I really do.
I actually don't want that for real because I actually do adore their friendship for real.
I do.
Like, even if like Ned's not no Genki, but the friendship that Peter and Ned had is like, bro, that. Yeah, what Tyler? I mean, not Tyler. Michael just said I'd cry too, probably.
That's why you do it.
Don't do it. I don't want that heartbreak.
Do it. That
listen.
Love that.
Listen. Kill MJ. Just do that. But don't break up the bros, bro.
I'll do you one even better. Have Ned kill MJ.
You know what? You're just evil, okay? And you know what? I like it, but I don't know if I want that.
Listen, dude, maybe it's just me, but some of my favorite Spider-Man comics are when Harry Osborn and Peter Parker just beating the shit out of each other, and it's because of the history why it hit so hard. I've had 4 movies now of these two. Let's go. I need to see one punch the other one in the face. It'll be great.
Don't do it. Don't even do it, okay?
The best heel turn of all time. Ned Leeds. Let's go.
I can't handle another horrible heel turn. I already went through that as a child with Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy.
John Cena? Fucking terrible.
That was funny. That was just funny.
Stupid.
Okay. So moving on actually real quick.
Real quick.
Frank,
Nope.
go ahead.
Nope. I want to get these two out of the way because I don't like there really isn't a villain in this movie. There is a Scorpion and a Tombstone, and I like their actors. And I guess they did good acting, but they're only on screen for fucking 5 minutes. Thank you for showing. And I was not all that impressed with Scorpion's super suit. Tombstone looked cool. Scorpion, a little lacking.
Let me correct you real quick, homie, because Scorpion gets at least 5 minutes screen time. Tombstone, I think, got 30 seconds.
I'm combining them.
Oh, that's what we doing. Because like when we talk about the villain of this movie, I'm gonna have some words.
Yes.
Okay, well, wait, because it's gonna circle back to something you said. Go, Morgan.
There's 2 true villains of this movie, and it's not the one that is portrayed to be the actual villain at first, but is the trauma they are fighting and the DoD.
I mean, fine.
But yeah, it's
fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
But okay, let's talk about Punisher because I'm gonna be real with you. Punisher is my favorite character in this whole movie.
Punisher is not my favorite character in this whole movie, but he is very, very good, and they did a great job of giving me Jon Bernthal's Punisher in a PG-13 setting.
Yeah, they did.
Can it work? Can it work? Yes. Do I want that? No.
No.
No. This does not mean nerf my Punisher. And also,
Well, he
I don't
just
know
got
who
his
else
he got
watched.
his Disney Plus show.
I don't know who else watched that fucking special, but it sucked. And now this movie here just made me feel even worse about that special. It's terrible. Nothing goes anywhere. That special doesn't go anywhere. Punisher doesn't go anywhere in here. Great to see him interact with Spider-Man. That was cool. But like, why are you here? Why? I mean, I get why. By the time it's over,
One of
I
my
get why. But like, fuck,
favorite.
man, anybody could have done that. He
I
is
feel
good
like
though.
this is
He is good.
also. I think this journey was a little healing for the Punisher as well.
Maybe a little. And not to mention, if we're gonna do street level, why not have the street level like heroes or anti-heroes, come together a little bit too. I'm not mad at Punisher being here. Like if Daredevil showed up, that'd have been cool too, but
no, Daredevil's already been in this franchise. Why wasn't he in it again? He's Spider-Man. It's in the trailer. Spider-Man is fighting Daredevil villains. Where's Daredevil?
What?
Crisis mode.
Hand.
Oh! I thought the hand kind of like branched off in a few places too. Which, oh man, don't even. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about the hand too, actually, because we're gonna get into. We'll talk about it later though. When I talk about.
One thing at a time. You're still on Punisher. I'm just.
Yeah. But yeah,
I agree with you. If we're gonna do street level heroes, there could have been fucking anybody.
Yeah, but Punisher is my favorite character in this movie, honestly, and he definitely gives he most laughs, and they're like hardcore sibling rivalry relationship is the funniest shit. And oddly enough, the funniest scene between these two is a scene where you can't even hear what they're saying. You just see them arguing on a camera. That gets me every time. That gets me every single time. I just had to say both times when I've seen this movie.
So I like him. Jon Bernthal is great with this character. I do like that. I do like him in the movie. I just don't get why. Whatever. Doesn't take anything away from the movie for me because he's very good in it. But like,
I love the dynamic.
So without
I also
spoiling
love I also love just real quick MJ putting him in his place, and he's just like, oh,
Yeah.
I get why you like her. Just I love that.
MJ's got that ability in these films. Like
and it works so well because like I love Zendaya's MJ because of that type of personality. That she is a little darker than the other MJs. That's why I like her.
100%.
Anyway.
So before we talk about another character real quick, without spoiling, how do we feel about the other character that's in here? You said what? No, not that one. Not that one. The one who helps Peter a little bit figure out more about the villain in the hot tub.
I think you can just say who that is. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but it's not in the trailer, and I'm trying here. Trying.
You can say what you can.
I think you can say who it is. I think that is a very, very no big deal spoiler.
Okay, so Yelena's in this movie.
I love it.
Yelena's in the movie,
and
I don't care. He could have gotten that info from anybody.
I suppose, but she's here.
I don't dislike it though.
Fine.
I think it works very well for, firstly, some amazing humor bits with her. Not with her, but with Spidey. Like we get the mask that stays on. Like I literally, when he was going in to get changed, I was like, "Come out with that Spidey mask on. You better come out with that mask on." And then I got it. It was fantastic. It makes sense that she's kind of gonna be. I think her being a little bit more present in this is again set up for the cutscene we see of the Fantastic Four arriving and them getting the alert for the new Avengers. So I think it makes sense for her to be here for Doomsday and for preparation for Doomsday.
I agree, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like I forgot the new Avengers were a thing. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I forgot all about them until she shows up and she said the line about the new Avengers. I went, oh yeah, I did watch that movie. Legit. Because in the Doomsday trailer, it's all the old Avengers. I don't see any new Avengers, so if they're not going to take them seriously,
they're still in their lawsuit.
I'm not going to either. So yeah, no, that was fun, and she did say that, and I went, oh yeah, that's a thing. So thanks for the reminder. That's good. And yeah, Florence Pugh is fucking gorgeous. So
Yeah,
her in a hot tub.
agreed.
I mean, if
I
there's
do.
if there's any time I'm gonna be envious of Tom Holland, that's gonna be it.
I do have one issue, I'd say, with her character here, actually, too. And I'm going to kind of chop it up between what happens when a character is written in one way by one writer and director, and then they show up in another. Is that considering everything that she went through in Thunderbolts, you would think she would have a different outlook on Peter's sadness, for real. Considering what the last movie she was in was all about, for real.
Yeah, but this one's played for jokes.
I mean, yeah, but just, I don't know. For some reason, I just thought about that. Just like, they're playing you for laughs, and I guess that's fine, even though I didn't necessarily laugh at it. But like, I feel like you're a good person for him to talk to about loneliness, for real.
Right.
But he
But
wasn't there to talk about loneliness.
He wasn't, but she can tell he is, though.
Yeah, but he also, I think she could also tell that he wasn't in the mindset where anything she'd have to say would help at that time.
Maybe so.
Because I think he really needed to have his talk with MJ to finally like get where he needed to be in the right mindset.
I think you're both overthinking a little bit because it is kind of not a throwaway cameo, but she's just there to be a MacGuffin, right? She's a MacGuffin in this movie. And
she's there to move the plot along.
Right. I would say that to what you were saying, Anthony, it's the same thing in comics too. When if you're working on Daredevil and I'm working on the Fantastic Four and Daredevil is going to be featured in my book, I'm writing. You're not. So whatever you've got going on really doesn't matter to me. I can make Daredevil do whatever the fuck I want, more or less. There's probably a couple guidelines I have to follow, but other than that, I need to make your character fit my story. So whatever you're doing is not my concern. Same deal here.
Fair enough. All right. And so next up, want to talk about the Hulk?
Yeah, I want to talk about the fucking Hulk. He makes no sense. He makes absolutely no sense. Listen, seeing OG Hulk, sweet, awesome. The line, I didn't know you could get that big. Like, I forgot too. However, it makes no sense in the continuity of the MCU why this would even be a thing.
Especially with us already having Banner Hulk or Professor Hulk.
Yes. He already made peace with both sides. He's in complete control. So now you're gonna reintroduce him to me like I didn't know that. Oh, he's not in control all of a sudden now? He needs a fucking inhibitor? What are we doing? This makes no sense. It's same deal. Just because you did something in your book doesn't mean I have to follow the rules in mine.
I want to hear Morgan's theory.
That's okay. You finish your thoughts. I don't want to. When you're done, I have a theory.
I don't hate it, but it's just more Hulk disrespect and like just enough. But the fight scene was sick though.
Go.
The fight scene was great. My favorite thing was like the whole like Loki smashing a Spider-Man, but all of a sudden he's on the back and he's like, wait, what the fuck? Love that. That was fantastic. But so my thought of why there's an issue with Hulk and Banner, right? And before I go into it, hold on, we do have a highlighted message here on Twitch. So there is one thing I'm surprised they didn't mention like at all in the movie. Let us know what that is. We'll get there. And I'm going to talk about this theory. So we already see Spidey's having issues with the Spidey stuff in the trailer. He goes to Banner at where he's teaching a class, right? Now, that's all in the trailer. So, with that being said, maybe to be able to do these things that he's doing, and maybe because of like the stuff, again, this is just me. Oh God, I hate I'm bringing up this stupid show. I hate this show so much. Because of events that happened in She-Hulk, there could be a reason the government is like, you have to suppress it somehow. Like, I think it is not necessarily a fully Banner imposed thing, because I think, so this is, again, me spitballing a theory, right? He ends up, Spidey, spoiler warning, Spidey makes himself an inhibitor to try to deal with his own problems happening with his abilities. My immediate thought, as soon as I saw he was doing that, and they also gave hints like, oh, a universal one? That's not great. I was like, oh boy, here we are, preparing part of the narrative from X-Men 3. Let's go. Let's get rid of the mutants. I can take your powers away. You can be a normal human again. I feel like that was this is being slightly potentially imposed onto Banner, though it's not spoken by maybe the DoD, because like this is gonna make us feel better. It's gonna make people feel better. You're gonna be teaching kids and like young adults. I can see that being a thing, and it's like at the beginning of the whole dealing with the mutants and like the basically the anti-mutant militia, which I know in the comics the main guy of the DoD is one of a very strong member and wrote literally the anti-mutant press or whatever the hell it's called. So theory. I think it could be related to those themes, and maybe Banner isn't doing this to himself. This is a imposement he's being put on from potentially the government. I
It
still
is a
think that should be
possibility.
addressed, but it never will be, or maybe it will be eventually. But that is my thought on the whole thing, because it, like you said, it doesn't make sense for him to have this problem with Hulk because he already made his peace. But the inhibitor could be causing the problems with him and Hulk again because it's suppressing Hulk, where Hulk's like, "Yo, bro, I thought we were cool."
I
It could
would
be
agree with
throwing off
that.
that balance.
I would agree, except for Banner's own dialogue. Banner's own dialogue. He says you're not gonna like me if this thing is off, and he's very jokey about the fact that if it comes off, he's gonna turn green. I would assume that if he's got
And
it
that's
under
fair.
control, like that, that wouldn't be
I
the
mean,
case.
the
He
Hulk,
talks about it
though,
very, very nonchalantly.
this is why,
It's
and this isn't a hate on the movie. This is just a hate on the MCU. This is why not giving us proper designated Hulk movies is a problem.
yes, I
Mhm.
Like,
agree.
you're taking the super powerful guy and nerfing him for the sake of nerfing him, but you're not giving a proper storyline. Like, you just gave us Professor Hulk out of nowhere. Pretty sure he's supposed to become Professor Hulk after Secret Wars or whenever he goes and does like the war on Planet Hulk. Like, I could be wrong about that timeline because I haven't read the comics, but I feel like
I
that's what
can't
I don't
I
know.
can't I can't check you as far as the comics go, but I will say that I mean, I'm not even thinking about it that deep because it's literally like it's movie to movie. All the Hulk is in whatever movie he's in is
He's just a
literally
catalyst.
whatever, yeah, just whatever they need him to be, right? We need him to
Yep.
talk but still be the Hulk in Ragnarok, okay? He's going to do that. We need Smart Hulk in Endgame, okay? Smart Hulk. Well, we want the Hulk in our Spider-Man movie, but we need him to go on a rampage. We'll just fucking make him go on a rampage,
Yeah.
right? It's I don't know. I
You
just look at it as
Like, I
disrespect
could
to the
argue
character, but
because
it's
like,
because they don't have a plan for him.
so we see in the trailer that somebody is taking over people using their minds, and spoiler, that's kind of how we get the Hulk and Banner present, right? So one could argue, oh, it's this and that, but you can't say it that entity is causing that disconnect between Banner and Hulk because of of the previous dialogue.
Well, that's
So
more of a reason
and the
to,
inhibitor being there.
but that's a reason to nerf him for the movie because Smart Hulk probably, like, if Peter's mind is too strong, Smart Hulk's mind is too strong.
would think.
You would think, right? So
Yep, this is a movie review. You know what? So talking about this whole Hulk stuff, you know that I really just thought about now that really confuses me because it's like, what exactly did you do to make Professor Hulk a thing? Like, all you really gave us is you put the brains and the brawn together, and that's how it kind of ended up working, right? And it's
you
interesting
medicated
is
him.
when he is under control, like he's Professor Hulk actually still. Like, okay, we don't get that. But after he's free from it, then Savage Hulk comes through actually. And I'm like, I'm beginning to think, Banner, did you not tell the truth about how Professor Hulk came to be? Because I'm beginning to think like maybe it wasn't as 50-50 consensual of how to do this as maybe we were led to believe actually, because it almost sounds like maybe you did hold the Hulk again and like now
You
he's
know,
coming out for the first for real.
he did say to Peter, like, are you sure that that part of you isn't something that actually that you're trying to suppress doesn't need to be expressed?
That too could go, it can go to
So
the themes.
that can go into the thing where like, he's suppressing Hulk further and further, maybe because of his own scares and because of shit that happened with the awful show She-Hulk. Um oh god, I hate that show. Ugh, I hate that I'm talking about
Can't wait to not find out what's going on with Hulk's kid.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot about that.
it. So yeah, it's just like a whole thing where it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Like there could be just some you're right, Dreaded. It very well could be that he has been suppressing Hulk in a way he shouldn't have been on his own.
Yeah, I feel just in the like you guys said, this is the problem with Hulk not getting any love or getting his own movies. Like always got to share the spotlight with someone
Mhm.
else. Like we did technically get a Planet Hulk movie, but it was in Thor Ragnarok. Like Planet Hulk, that storyline needed, if anything, if Hulk was gonna get movies, you needed that to be like maybe the third film, and then we can get our World War Hulk film and stuff like that. Like there is so much like lore, so much narrative that we could have gone in with this character, and we don't, because it's always getting pushed to the sideline. Because as much as I don't like Thor Ragnarok, one of the most interesting things that Bruce Banner ever said about how him and the Hulk work was the whole metaphor about we both had a hand on the wheel, but this time I was locked in the trunk. I want more of that, and I just don't get it. It leaves me to have to either make my own theories about how this variation of Hulk works, or just go with what we know in the comics. And also, I want to say this too. I mean, I get it; it's the Hulk, but on a meta level, Hulk has been so nerfed, so not the real Hulk. I'm actually curious why the hell Spider-Man was even scared of the idea of Hulk being unleashed. Like, hold on, you're dealing with the Hulk. This is not a good. Like, come on, you out of your damn mind. Like, it's a bad thing if he's around, but I'm at a point where I'm like, if the Hulk shows up, just call an Avenger. He'll be fine. Like, we even had Sam Wilson, who doesn't even have the super serum, fight Red Hulk. And it still sucks that Red Hulk
Hold on now, but let's be honest.
Than Green Hulk for real.
That should have been a Hulk movie.
Yes, it really should have, because it literally was an Incredible Hulk sequel. It literally was just that.
I mean, that's why I brought up Daredevil for the hand. Like, we're throwing all these different.
There is a reason why Daredevil isn't there.
We are not.
There's a genuine reason why Daredevil is not there,
No,
because
I
it's the second
saw it
season.
in the comments, but we're not there yet.
I'm just saying.
It's just
that's the second season
that I don't like. We're not there yet. Yeah, no, I agree with everything that you guys have said, and I agree especially with the fact that like Hulk movies, there should be solo Hulk movies, because every time we see the Hulk,
we literally get like Hulk whiplash.
We are, because we're missing something. You're always giving me a Hulk in the middle of a story that you didn't show me. Every time. Like, I want to see how he became Smart Hulk. I want to see why he decided to do the inhibitor. I want to see, like he said, I want to see Hulk with Banner stuck in the trunk. I want to see all that stuff too. But for whatever reason, you don't give me those, and then when I meet him, he's already well into his story that I have to play catch up with. And the way you leave it up to me, it doesn't make any fucking sense. So if you could explain that, that would be awesome.
Now, for what it's worth, that fight is still cool. Short, but cool.
I have a fun time with that one, especially like with also the Punisher finally react. Like, oh, fuck.
You just want to get
that was entertaining,
Hulk, don't you? Yeah, I do. So yeah, the fight is cool, but short. Yeah. But I guess
it didn't need to be any longer than it was.
Yeah,
I kind of wish it was a little longer. We're finally getting Savage Hulk back. Like, let me really get him back.
Fair. That is fair. Dan was like, "Yes!" when we finally got like Savage Hulk. He's like, "Let's go!"
And I was like, "Good to see you again. It's good to see you again."
Like, hey, buddy.
I did enjoy the until it was revealed. I did enjoy the idea of what the villain was in this movie. I was on board with the concept and the idea of the powers. I did like. Once I figured out what it was, not so much, but that's neither here nor there. It is something that I did like, and that's probably the last major thing that I did like.
I went in knowing, not necessarily that was who it was, but knowing that they were going to be in this movie because of rumors and then a little tiny slip up that happened on the red carpet.
Yep. And you know what's funny too about this whole thing? I want to get into this real quick, because when No Way Home was coming out and the rumors and all the stuff about the three Peters were going to be in the film, that was like, I am in a mindset of nowadays where theories on movies just come out so willy-nilly, and some of them end up being complete dumb and bullshit, and then some have enough merit and stuff like that. That the first time around when it was the three Peters, that was the rumors. Like, I choose not to believe it, but I kind of hope that's real, because that's awesome. This one, I still choose to believe it, but I also don't want it. This one I didn't want, and
It makes
Well,
sense for knowing what's coming. I'm not surprised. And it kind of I think it could have had a more standalone thing. It didn't need to be a part of Spider-Man, but I'm also not upset that we had it. I do like the scenes we get with them. I really, especially near the end, they help each other through some pretty emotional trauma that they need to work through to become the better versions of them. So I can't be
say
upset
fuck
with
that
this
character.
too. Sorry, guys, we were trying to avoid spoiling it for you. That way you can go and enjoy it and be surprised in the theater.
I
We're doing a
low-key-
great job. We're doing a great job.
I'm trying my hardest.
No, you're doing great. You are doing great. Seriously, you're doing great. And
I have questions about bringing this in, because what has happened before made sense in the way it was happening, but this is kind of just here now, and I'm like, huh? Because there are other characters there's another character that is associated with this, and then there's another character who I don't think it is, but they make it. I'm trying to work this through this. Look, the point is, it's just here, and I don't get it. I don't get how did that happen? Because the others had explanation. This one doesn't. It's just a thing. And what they're doing with other characters like this is because of the multiverse, which I'm like, okay, I can accept that. This is just here. So there's that problem.
So I know where you're going with this, and I have an answer for you that I'll tell you when the show's over, because I'm pretty sure that this means exactly what I'm going to tell you. I think it means.
Anything I have to say would be too much spoilers for chat.
But as far as the timeline is concerned, yeah, I don't understand what we're doing with that. As far as the overall timeline,
you know what we're doing?
How and moving forward, I don't know.
What we're doing is Young Avengers eventually.
Damn it, I knew you were gonna say it.
But
and they're gonna join up with Young Avengers because they have in the chat or in the comments.
But
saying,
I have no problems with the character. I have no problems with the casting of the character. Same. I do not have a problem by the time the movie is over with where they took it. But I do have a huge problem with deciding that this is the route that we were going to go in terms of the protagonist in a Spider-Man film.
You know, antagonist?
Antagonist. Not a fan at all. Does it come to a really cool conclusion, and am I on board with it? Yes, but no.
They were not the antagonist all along.
Oh, I get that too, but
we could have done that. Okay, so that's one of the big things I don't like. The other big thing that I don't like is the fact that I am watching a Spider-Man movie and I did not get a Spider-Man villain. What are we doing? And Spider-Man has one of the most impressive rogues galleries of fucking comic book villains ever. And you mean to
my
tell
personal
me
favorite,
dude? And you're telling me you couldn't pick a Spider-Man villain to tell this story with?
When this movie was coming out, I thought the Hand was honestly going to be the villain. I thought that there was.
Either. But yeah, I did too.
That's what I thought. Like
I think they did that on purpose.
What
they did that on purpose. So.
But like, I'm with you, Luke. We had Tombstone, we had Scorpion, we had the Hand. I guess they're more Daredevil, but I think Spider-Man still associates with them. And this is our villain. This is our villain.
I'll look it up.
That's an issue I have, because it's literally what you've talked about in the past. Spider-Man Homecoming. Vulture has beef with Tony. Spider-Man Far From Home. Mysterio has beef with Tony. Spider-Man No Way Home. They have beef with other Spider-Men, and choose. I want beef with you too. This
Every
one,
Spider-Man villain in No Way Home is from a different fucking franchise. It ain't even from this one. Yeah.
Who this villain is, until a specific point in timeline, isn't supposed to be a villain. Okay, you can do what you want, I suppose. Yes, it's get out of my face, you damn bug. You can do what you want still, but like, this is what we're doing for a Spider-Man villain. So I'm with you there. The casting, fine, yeah, sure, that's good. But here's my biggest. The fact that you're a villain isn't surprisingly my biggest problem. Here's my biggest problem, and it's the same thing I said during a review of Disclosure Day. Speak up. Just say something. Like, to a degree, I get why you're hesitant to say what's really going on to Spider-Man, but at the same time, like, See, this is hard to do without spoilers. Can you fully confirm that Spider-Man is like actually with who Morgan claims are the real villains? Like, aside from just working together from time to time, can you confirm that they're really like hands tight like that for real?
So it's just a part of the themes, right? He has a very naive ideological view of what this is because they are supposed to be the good guys. It's not that he agrees with them or is working with them. It's like it's the same reason he works with the cops. They're supposed to be the good guys. He
Fair.
thinks he's working with the good guys. He doesn't know any better.
Yep.
That's part of his arc in this whole film is to be like, you gotta, you don't just trust people. Like, you gotta do a little homework.
That's fair. But
Gotta
at the same
trust the
time,
tingle.
too, the way that this character is going about this plan and how they're going against Spider-Man is, I'm like, see, this is why I'm like, fuck you. Like, if you would have just said something earlier rather than at the point when you did, and then like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
what was it actually necessary to fuck with Peter like that? I'm just asking, was it actually necessary to do all that?
I
Right.
think yes, and only because of them setting up the themes of the anti-mutants, because he's considered a mutant.
I guess so. I'm trying
He's
to do
literally a
spoilers, but
mutated human.
fair, but just I wasn't with it. I wasn't with this character. I just wasn't with it. This was my biggest problem with the movie, for real, for real. And again, all these other villains we could have had in this film, we could have gone with, or this street level esque problem, and you had all like we had Hand, you had Tombstone, you had Scorpion, like whatever, fine.
We've known for movies at this point that we even speculated back with like WandaVision and everything. The whole bringing in the introduction of the whole mutant stuff. And if we're gonna actually like go with that and do with the like what we've been even seeing in Fantastic Four and everything else, like it even a little bit if we want to say in not New Avengers, but they're freaking Firebolts. Like we even see a little bit in Firebolts. Like that is like all of that Thunderbolts. Fuck. So like that theme has been slowly being brought more and more and more throughout the Marvel universe, and with that theme we all know that there is going to be that anti-regime.
They're still inconsistent with telling that story too, by the way.
Exactly.
I don't disagree. It's very much like under the surface level, 100%.
Miss Marvel has a character that is from a totally different franchise that probably is never going to show up in the MCU ever again.
Okay, and here let me get into the other issue. It's in the trailer. Peter's evolution. I felt like it went nowhere.
Because I have no balls, dude. No balls.
I felt like it went nowhere. What you said, the man spider thing, I'm glad that didn't happen. But at the same time, like I really feel like this.
I knew they weren't going to go that far.
I was just like, I feel like by the end of this, they made such a big deal, and it just didn't feel like it mattered for real at the end.
Really, I disagree. I disagree. I feel like the weight was there because I think for him it wasn't like his metamorphosis. Also, it wasn't like necessarily in a like obviously it is slightly in a physical sense. He does get stronger, but
yes.
I think his metamorphosis is more about like Peter not holding Spidey back, Spidey not holding Peter back, and literally being a one like cohesive fucking unit together. Because he's like, oh well, this is my duty as Spider-Man, so I can't care about this Peter shit, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, or like the duty as Spidey and like for the people comes over like what Peter wants. So genuinely I disagree with you because I do think emotionally he goes also it's there is like the physical metamorphosis, but I think also the emotional one, and I think there is that payoff.
I don't get it at all. I'm like, I think we're opposites on that. I do not.
Gotta be a more emotionally touched woman.
Maybe so. I'm only halfway there. Shut up. I don't know. Maybe the way it was set up in the trailers and the way it was kind of going in the movie at a point, I expected maybe more aside from, I guess, a basic resolution for me. Like I thought we were gonna do more with it, and we just, for me, felt like we just didn't. I don't know what I was expecting, but I guess I just expected more. I guess that's what it is.
The hand was the choice because I agree with you. I thought we were done with them too. It did seem pretty fucking random. Outside of that, I agree with Anthony. It to me it didn't go anywhere either. Like the emotional stuff that Peter ends up going through. By the time it's over, the mutation doesn't really have anything to do with it. And as far as a balance is concerned,
I
as
disagree.
far as Eve was telling me, he is more spider now than he is man without that inhibitor. So, I mean, sure, yeah, maybe that's the balance, but he Eve even said herself, like balancing it out was the inhibitor. Without the inhibitor, that arachnic DNA be taken over.
I will
I
say
say
this too. I don't say because YouTube chat is going off too. The evolution thing was stupid. He blocks it the whole time, then goes, boom, I can deal with it now.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that's also an issue I have too. Is like, okay, so now you can just deal with it. Fine, whatever.
But I like it in the sense that, especially now that he has organic webs, it's in the trailer. He just became the most powerful Spider-Man because now he's just Tobey's Spider-Man. So Tobey was the strongest Spider-Man all along. It's there. It's science. It's right in front of your face. So
Okay,
I
fine.
did
I ain't
like
gonna argue
it.
that.
I did like it from that respect because now you get more elements from the other Spider-Mans into this film. He already references when he starts trying to, shoot webs. He's like, Peter too didn't have a problem doing it. How do you figure it out? And I was hoping I was going to get the Shazam again. God, I wanted Shazam. I that would have been a fucking goated reference if he would have done that. But yeah, this all was just to me more emphasis on making him feel like a Spider-Man, and it just so happens that by the time the movie's over, I'm like, he's just Toby Spider-Man.
But I also want to like
filmmaking,
remind, literally said in the movie though that like extreme emotional stress can cause problems and issues.
Yeah.
So like with this metamorphosis he's going through, so he would never be able to just be able to handle it if he couldn't get his emotional shit under control.
Sure, but that doesn't change the fact that the whole movie he's having emotional, he's emotional, and then he just goes, "I'm not emotional anymore," and then we're good.
I think it's not he wasn't not necessarily I'm not emotional, is he found his balance with his emotions, and that's what is important. So with the balance of it, with the balance of his emotions, he finds the balance with his abilities.
Whatever, it led to a badass scene. That fight with the hand was sick.
I love that
but
scene.
Unfortunately, here's another issue I have with it too. I mean that was kind of all we ended up getting. Like, okay, badass fight, and then okay, we're good. Like, I really was hoping to see like maybe the evolution of this. Like, okay, now if you're in tune with this, maybe a slightly new Spider-Man actually on the streets too. Like, okay, how are you handling this new sense of your Spidey sense, organic webs, and possibly even aggression? Who knows? I don't even know. Like, again, I just felt like I just needed more out of that, and I just didn't get it. So at the end of the day, I see, like, Morgan, I see where you're coming from, but I still just can't. I felt like it wasn't fully pointless. It just didn't go anywhere too like dramatic, I guess, because I was expecting maybe something really new from him. But at the end of the day, he's like, "No, you're fine. You're fine. You just got some organic webs now."
It came with a badass upgrade. It does.
It did.
He has heightened hearing and senses. He's physically stronger. Like,
yeah. Now he's Spider-Man again, and then I'm not kidding. That's when I was just like, okay, so he's Tobey Spider-Man now. He has peaked. He is officially Spider-Man now. He's got all the heightened abilities, the way they're supposed to be. He fucking is out doing the street level shit like he's supposed to be. And I'm also gonna address YouTube chat again because officially Dan G wrote some more. I disagree. This was a very good Spider-Man centric story. They just threw in some characters that I don't think needed to be there to get the same effect. We could have done Spider-Man characters. And there's even some moments where he kind of gets sidelined in for this character that we're avoiding for spoilers. But overall, the themes and the story that they were trying to tell, and the way that it comes together at the end, very Spider-Man. I am on board with this as being a very, very good Spider-Man movie. Will I rank it as one of the best? I really need to watch some other ones first and go back and rewatch what are the classics. But this is up there. This is definitely the best MCU Spider-Man movie because it actually fucking is. But we can definitely do better. We can definitely do better. But this is definitely a step in the right direction, and it's refreshing to see Spider-Man be fucking Spider-Man in a Spider-Man movie. How many times can I say Spider-Man in one sentence?
A
Enough.
lot more.
I'll say this too as well. With this whole evolution thing and the more aggressive Peter, I wish they didn't do that because do we want to talk about post-credit scene at all?
I have one more thing to go with that because I don't think, particularly with that scene, it's not Doomsday that we're talking about. It's Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to say as well.
I agree.
All right,
But
so
if we know where Secret War goes and what that leads to, there's another reason why Spider-Man can become aggressive.
Yeah, and
I think you blew your load too quickly.
I hope that's the fucking case. I really hope that's the case. I need that in my life. They have the perfect setup, even though there's technically already some on Earth right now. But fuck it, we don't acknowledge that anyway, so who cares?
Apparently not. And if we do that, that means we get a certain badass eldritch god.
Yeah, that would be fucking sweet, dude.
I want another shot at that.
I also like that this movie has a darker tone. It's darker colors. This might be my favorite Spider-Man suit. By the way, can I gush over the suit? Spider-Man is
so good.
fantastic in this movie.
So good.
Looks great in all of the lighting that they have it in. Yeah, no, very excited and just the tone, the coloring, the action. We're going in great directions here. And the fact that now we can hopefully tell more Spider-Man fucking stories. We get into the good stuff now. The intros have been done. Tell me the good stuff. Let's go. And then bring Miles in. I feel like it's about time for some Miles.
I have a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think we have a Miles? Maybe not necessarily like a bitten, mutated Miles yet, but do we think
Miles is in this universe?
Yes, do we think? Well, I'm questioning. Do we think they're older, or do we think End Hospital's seen the little boy on the shoulders as Miles?
Shut up right now! Hold on a second. You be quiet too. Somebody in my group said the same shit. That ain't even that. It was somebody at work. That's not Miles. You know why it's not Miles? Okay. Let me talk about the timeline stuff. Miles was referenced in Homecoming. When that took place in 2017. We are in 2026. We don't know if Miles got blipped. I'll just say that now. But let's say
we don't know if that kid got blipped.
Best case scenario, if Miles didn't get blipped, he done aged up and should be at a solid young age, right? If he did, I imagine at least he should be older than what we saw in that kid. Miles was referenced in Homecoming. Ron Davis is in this world. Here's the other problem. That kid's not black enough.
I honestly just said it because I wanted to trigger you.
Really?
What do you mean black enough? He doesn't look Latino enough.
That too, I suppose. I was looking for black, honestly. But hey, you know what? I'm black, you're Mexican. That shows what we were looking for in Miles Morales. Yeah,
I just wanted to trigger you. Love you,
too young. And if for timeline reasons, I feel like that kid was too young, and also that kid needs to be more blacker. Blip just says, you know what? Yeah, you're not wrong, Tyler. I didn't like Blip either, but it's been so long. That's what they've been using. I just kind of got used to it, but I like Snap better too as well.
So yes, Miles is in this universe, and it wouldn't surprise me if somewhere down the line they do say that is him, because Miles in the first Spider-Verse has a silly Spider-Man costume on too. So
with a cape.
With a cape.
The cape is always gonna be funny. But if anything, I think they got to finish those Spider-Verse movies before they even consider Miles in the MCU.
They need to finish those, and I'm pretty sure Tom's going to get 2 more movies out of this. And then there will be probably a passing of the torch with him doing the cameo thing, because that's just what we do now. So yeah, but I'm very excited for what's coming next. Like I said, this is the best MCU Spider-Man, but I don't think I can put it past like Spider-Man 2 or fucking Well, it's definitely not going past Into the Spider-Verse, but
I
Spider-Man 2 is still the gold standard. I gotta watch
I
it
love
again.
this
We'll
film.
see. Because, and speaking of bad CGI, that fucking spider in the corner of the apartment, terrible. Terrible looking. Why'd we do that? What is that there for? Who is that for? What was the fucking purpose?
I love that. I didn't even think about that.
All right, I'm done now.
All right. But okay. As much as I have issues with the villain, how they go about things, the evolution, and the lack of Spidey villains and stuff like that, I'm gonna make it clear that I do like this movie a lot. This is objectively, I think, Tom's best Spider-Man movie. The reason I say objectively because
I agree with that.
I can't deny that, dude. No Way Home was way too much fun. Objectively, it has its problems as a movie, but sometimes you're like, you want the nostalgia, I guess, and say like that.
The only
It is the
reason
fan
we
service.
have I would say the only reason that we have this movie for Tom Holland is because of No Way Home. And I am
Yeah.
happy that we had that moment, but I love what we got in this film. I am very much a big fan of this film. I had a
I
great
just want
time.
to point out that I was right before No Way Home came out. I have been right this entire time. I said I will
Me
will
too.
only really accept No
About
Way
the Young
Home
Avengers.
if it is the other two Spider-Man coming in and slapping some sense into Tom Holland, being like, get your fucking shit together and actually be Spider-Man. That is more or less what has happened so far. And now I got this one. And yeah, kudos. Kudos to Tom. Kudos to Daniel. Like, I hope these two are involved or are directly responsible for the next 1 to 2 Spider-Man movies that are going to come out. This is the
Agreed.
team. These are the guys.
Agreed.
All right. Anything else we wanted to get into about this film?
Nah, I think we can go ahead and rate it.
Yep.
All right.
Who wants to go first? Or do you guys want me to?
You go ahead, actually. Ladies first.
I'm a 9. I had so much fun with this. Obviously, I have always been the less Tom Holland hater Spider-Man out of the three of us. So, no surprising that I'm probably rating it a little bit older than, a little bit higher than you guys. But
We
yeah.
asked you that earlier, Tyler. Where have you been? We asked you to type that out like an hour ago.
Hold on, I'm double checking. Oh, sorry, no. Tyler's thing about the theory because I'm surprised they didn't mention it all in the movie, like at all. But I still think my theory is the new Avengers get their hands on him before something happens, or Sam does it. It's even split.
All right, I take everything I just said back. I apologize for my outburst, Tyler. Love you.
Interesting.
Also, see, the thing is, I'm concerned about the Hulk. But sorry, Tyler also continued on to say this is also the MCU. Some comics and their storylines have been, for the lack of a better term, ignored. Planet Hulk being one of them, and that is true. That is very true. Yeah. Any thoughts?
Yes.
Anything you guys want to talk about on their highlight comment about their theory?
I don't know if I have much to go off of that. Actually, interesting theory though.
Yeah. Luke?
I mean, I can't say you're wrong, but
I can see that though. I could see maybe Sam or the new Avengers getting their hands on him. They do have high up people that can help them in places. So
True.
Good thought. Yeah, I'm a 9. I had a great time. I've always hated him less than you guys, so I'm not surprised I'm rating it higher. But yeah, I like the humor. I like the emotional adjustment. I like the emotional journey we go on, and I'm here really digging at the themes and other things that are being set up that we are not spoiling currently. But I am excited. I'm just excited. I'm excited to see what happens from here.
Here's one question: where the hell was Spider-Man when Kingpin was mayor of New York, especially when his anti-vigilante task force? He was looking for his daddy in another timeline, probably. Anyway, I'll go next on the rating. I'm giving it
Honestly,
it.
Sorry, go ahead. I will address Tyler's comment in a moment.
It was an 8.5 when I first watched it, but that was recently watched bias. When I really thought about stuff, I was like, damn, it went down. But this movie is still very good. Don't get me wrong. I had my issues with it, but it is a good Spider-Man movie. But I do have issues with it. It seems like Tom, you'll always have some kind of issues with me with your Spider-Man, but yeah, Spider-Man Rainy Day. It is good, and it was really fun to watch everyone come out and check this movie out. So you go, Spider-Man. But when Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, y'all gonna hate being around me. Y'all gonna hate being around me.
I'm excited for that.
Same.
Yeah, Tyler. I mean, I don't know. We're the Avengers period when shit's going down. You know what I
So
mean? They
my
take care of
my theory for that real quick is just we obviously saw that Spider-Man had to create like his whole HUD system, like his tech, his new suit. It could have been that he was just kind of out of the game for a bit during that situation, literally getting what he can to make what we see him have in this film. Not saying that is what happens, but I could see there being a little bit of downtime having to rebuild his stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. What Morgan said. I don't want to get too deep into it. We'll be here all night. But what Morgan said. I'm giving this an 8.5, and it would have been higher if it wasn't for what they decided to do with the character that we're avoiding talking about, and just some of the other weird choices that they have. Otherwise, like, this is a very solid Spider-Man story, I feel like, in the sense that it really nails the themes. It nails with great power comes great responsibility. I love what both of the characters go through. I do like their interactions. Punisher is fucking hilarious in this movie, whether he needs to be there or not. The Hulk fight scene is great, whether he needs to be there or not. Everybody makes sense if I don't think about the MCU logic too much, right? Like in this contained story, yeah, okay, I get it, and I get why this character's there, and what leads to this and what leads to this. Like it's good. Tom Holland does his best job as Spider-Man and Peter Parker in this movie for me. I've got maybe the best Spider-Man action I've seen in a movie. I'll get back to you on that. And yeah, I was impressed with how they brought the story to a close and how all the themes come together. That they did very well with that. So I'm just very much looking forward to where we can potentially go next, and hopefully it is a more Spider-Man focused story where it is an actual Spider-Man story, not just the themes, but the story itself is Spider-Man dealing with one of his villains, because like his villains are all personal. That's something that the original trilogy did really well, is making every Spider-Man villain feel personal to Peter. Do they all need to have a connection? No, but like that added beef does help when it comes to your villain, which is why I still stand by it needs to be Ned at some point. Ned Leeds needs to be Hobgoblin and be a villain. That'll be great. But until such a time, this is a hell of a step in the right direction. It's the best MCU Spider-Man, and yeah, I recommend going to see it.
Also, YouTube. Go ahead. YouTube chat. Hot take. The live actions are better because you can relay animation. You can make literally anything happen, so it's not exciting.
This is your world, buddy.
Oh no. Hold on a second. What do you mean you can't relate? Like this I'm talking strictly about Spider-Verse right now. There is so much relatability with Miles in that movie that I'm like, it feels so real world in such a, I don't want to say unique way. It just feels so real world with, dialogue, like performance wise, actions taken, stuff like that. Just,
I agree.
I don't know about that take, man. You said hot take, so there you go. But that's your take. All right then.
I can see where a large number of people could find live actions more relatable because it's just they look like real, like living people. And a couple other different things. But overall, I do think that animations could also be relatable.
Yeah.
Or at least
Maybe
the characters within them.
Maybe sometimes it's subject matter too as well, because I actually literally have Across the Spider-Verse up right now, just looking at some great stuff. And I just always remember how much I love this movie. Best Spider-Man movie, don't at me.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody else got anything to say?
No.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was our show tonight. This has been the Wannabes podcast. I'm not gonna mess up this time, I hope. As she said before, your host, Morgan, and I am Dreaded. That is Luke. This has been our review of Spider-Man Brand New Day. What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was okay? Either way, why don't you leave some comments? Why don't you hit us up on the socials or do your own review? You know, get out there, make some reviews yourself and everything like that. Put them on the internets and everything. All right, if you guys enjoyed this show, please hit that follow button. It's free. And if you really like us, let me subscribe. And why the hell not? And subscribe on YouTube as well, because that's also free. Do both on YouTube, damn it. Come on now. Jesus. If you're ever curious about where we're doing next, why don't you follow us on our socials? We are on X. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. Hey, good news. Some TikToks are going to be coming soon, y'all. So get ready for some short form content. We are on Grindr. We are on OnlyFans, yada, yada. My favorite, we are also sometimes on Pornhub. I'm going to get us on Pornhub. Don't worry, you guys.
Oh my God. Guys, we're also on Facebook. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky.
That
and
too.
Threads,
those two.
And Threads.
So yeah, if you're curious about what we're gonna review next, why don't you hit us up on those socials and see what we're gonna do next, everybody. And then you get a chance to go catch the film too and talk about it along with us. Give us your thoughts as we review. All right, everybody, this has been the Wannabes Podcast. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Do not forget the popcorn. If you forget the popcorn, Peter Parker's going to go ham on you and throw you into a cop car and hurt a cop. That poor lady. I forgot about that part, honestly.
Or Scorpion.
Yeah.
It's just Scorpion.
Got kind of fucked up. Well, anyway. All right, thank y'all for joining us. Y'all has a good night, day, whatever time it is for you.
Peace out, everybody.
Yeah.